What's going on, sports fans, Giants fans, football fans, man? Welcome back to another episode of G Nation Inside Sports with your host, myself, Big Lou. And today we're going to talk about the expulsion or the firing of one Brian Dable, former head coach of the New York Giants. Now, while I'm never glad to see nobody lose their income, um, I am glad that the Giants moved on from him. I'll say it that way. Um, But I've been screaming that we need to get rid of this man for the longest. I also was on a live and said that I would not make another New York Giant video until that man was gone. He is now gone. I am now back to making New York Giants content whenever there's something worthy of talking about for the New York Football Giants. With that being said, what is going on, my people? Breaking news. As we already know, many people have made videos about it, many people have reported on it. Brian Dable is gone. Yo, Lou, I have heard from other Giants fans saying right decision for Joe Shane returning and Brian Dable getting fired. I disagree. I disagree with that. I believe they should have cleaned house completely. Um, that's my opinion. I believe they should have just cleaned house. Um, but nah, for one would say it's long overdue. Um, we needed to uh get rid of this guy a while ago. And yeah, I'm glad we have our next quarterback in Jackson Dart. But as we can clearly see, um, he has not protected him from himself. Um, we did a deep dive back maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. Myself, Pat, um, believe it was Man Cave or Coach Ed and NYG. Um, but we did a deep dive on Dable, his stats, his career, his timeline, and everything he's done throughout his tenure in the NFL. Um, and he runs his quarterbacks 125 times a year and runs his running backs 150 times a year. So I said back then, there's no reason you should be running your quarterback 25 times less than your running back. That's ridiculous. That's an immense amount of designed run plays for your quarterback. That's a lot of damage. And when you have a young rookie who doesn't know how to slide and protect himself, it is your duty to protect the franchise player and the team. And your negligence in doing so has been evident. Your meltdown and going into the tent and being fined and everything else, your lack of time management, your lack of being able to develop players to the next level, um, just multiple things, losing your cool on the sideline, throwing tablets at people, playing the blame game, scapegoating Wink Martindale, berating your colleagues and coworkers and talking to them in a foul manner. Just a plethora of things that you should have been gone for. And I'm just glad that this chapter is over. I believe that Joe Shane should have went too, in my opinion. They should have promoted Brandon. You know who I'm talking about. The assistant GM should have got promoted, and that should have been it. May I come in, Lou? I have a lot to say about this. Hold on. Action Jackson, what's going on, man? Clinton Jones, what's going on, my brother? Mets, hold on. How about them Knicks beating the Nets? Let's go. Scapegoating Daniel Jones. That's right. Big Blue Doja in the building. What's going on, man? What's good, bro? Long time no see. How you be, brother? But yeah, as we know, Brian Dable has been fired. I repeat, Brian Dable has been fired. And while I don't rejoice a man losing the way he feeds his family, I do rejoice that this chapter is over for the New York Football Giants. That man will still be paid through 2026. He had a 5-year contract, so he's good financially. That gives him a long time to prepare and find a new job. Tuto! Lou made Giants issues of bad ownership to blame to bring in moron GM, and moron GM will bring a bad head coach in. Bad head coach will bring a bad OC and a bad DC. Speaking of personal experiences in my active pro player, yes, sir. I believe you and I agree with you. Please, everyone, hit the like button and subscribe. You heard the man. Don't get tackled. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the cash app. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a ninja watcher. Support the cause. But yeah, we are talking about that man. Excuse me, I'm back. Thought I was gonna have to snuff somebody, but everything's good. All right. Now, uh, yeah, man. I believe they should have cleaned house. I hear some people saying that they agree with the keeping of Joe Shane and all that. I am of the mindset that they should have let Joe Shane go. They should have promoted Brandon Brower up. I can't forget his. I don't remember his name. The assistant GM should have been promoted to GM. They should have let Joe Shane and Brian Dable go, and do a clean sweep and start your head coach search, and give this young assistant GM a shot because he did some great things in Philly before he came over here as the assistant. And if nothing else, he saw the money management, which is the only good pro that I will give to Joe Shane. He's been able to balance the books and fix the money situation. But other than that, his player assessment, his evaluation, his draft picks, his hiring of coaches, and his allowing the coaches to run this team further and further into the ground instead of making a move. Uh, is all ineptitude for me. Allowing a Hall of Fame player like Saquon Barkley go and not getting anything in return for him, and allowing him to go to your rival at that. For that ineptitude, I believe he should have been let go. So it should have been a clean sweep for me. But I'll take my wins where I can get them. Let's start a new head coach search, and let's get the ball rolling now before people fire their coaches later on, and then everybody's jumping to interview the same guy, and he's got so many options that you're not even a forethought. So, um, let's get the ball rolling and do what we need to do to put this organization right on track. I believe Jackson Dart would be fine without Brian Dable. In my opinion, he'll be safer without Dable. So, but let me know what you guys think. Where did my link go? Lou, mate. Hope you've watched our victory against Wallabies losers on last Saturday, mate, and destroying them. I'm back after 4-match suspension. 4 over aggressive spine shattering tackles. Please pray for my victims. Always praying for you and your victims, my brother. Stay healthy. Congratulations on the victory. Nee, Nimmer would promote Mike Kafka if he does a good job. Lou, we are our nephews, mate. Please stop being stingy and do something about it. Oh, they left today. I've had them for the past 4 days. They left today. They'll be back in 2 days. What's today? If you don't see him Thursday, I'll make sure you see him for Sunday night football. Where's that? I sent it. Okay. What's up, Tudo? Scooby, what's going on, Scoob? Keisha 862 in the building. What's going on? Yo yo E, peace and love.
Peace and love, King.
Excuse me. So Scooby, I think they might hire Bill. Bill who? Bill who? They keep that old geriatric motherfucker away from here. He's smashing the 27-year-old, so he must be taking his vitamins.
Right. His Viagraments.
Vitameter measurement, man. Intel, the developer, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. It's my first time seeing you here in the chat. Hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. It is free to support the cause. You heard? Don't be a ninja watcher, man. Support somebody trying to do something positive out here for the free. Cost you absolutely nothing to push that
You,
subscribe button. You heard?
you do know that's Intel from the spaces, right?
Brother, you know how many people be in your spaces? You be having spaces with like 30 people in there. I don't know everybody in there. Nice to meet you, Mr. Intel. I think we spoke. I've heard the name Intel, but now I see Intel, the developer, 4791. Got you. All right. Peace and love, my brother. Snarf says Belichick. Nah, hell no. That man making that NIL money over there in UNC. He good. Thank you, Mr. Tudo. Belichick. It smells like a setup. Yeah, ain't nobody. They could hire him as a GM maybe, but nah, because only he can coach the nobodies up to somebody's like that. As Belichick can get you a wide receiver in the 7th round and turn him into.
That's no lie, though. I cannot act like that's cap. That's a real thing, bro. Like
He
he
was
will
great
get.
at
Yeah,
developing
he
players.
was. Yeah, he was. I ain't gonna take that from him. That's why he got short. He developing her,
Facts. Prepping. That preparation H for his ass.
and she's
But
developing.
oh,
She's developing into a millionaire. Cause soon as he go, he gonna leave some things to her.
hickory dickory dock. Oh,
T.
Dable.
Perry, peace, King.
That's my brother Errol Spence before the loss.
Today is a today is a celebration, man. It's a celebratory day, man. I need all you guys to
Well,
really
look,
be happy, really
while I
smile. You know,
while I
come on.
while I don't rejoice in someone losing their livelihood, you know, that man is under contract. He will get paid until next season. He's
Yes, he will.
financially good. He will be okay. Um, What is for him is for him. God got him. But I'm just glad that that chapter is over for the New York Giants. I will say that. I'm not gonna rejoice that the man lost his
Oh yeah,
income,
no, no, no. We
but
never go against
yeah, yeah.
any brother losing their jobs. I'm rejoicing off the fact that I no
That
longer
that
have to
chapter is
be
over.
a
Yes,
losing franchise because of something holding us back that we all
someone's
know
ineptitude.
it was. Right.
Absolutely,
That's it.
absolutely.
But first of all, much respect and much understanding to his financial blessings that he's been seeing for a
Yeah,
very long
he
time
he he
right now.
good. He
Yeah,
good.
he's more than good. And he still gets paid for next year. Best job in the world. When you ain't got one and you still get paid for it.
What? Yeah. So I'm out here giving out business cards right now for my own joint. When in, gotta believe in myself, believe in God, and believe in myself, bro.
You already know the blessing that's going to come out of that. We don't even got to say nothing. It's already done. All I'm waiting for is the praise report when it goes down.
Oh, I praise Him every day, even if I don't get a job that day. It's hallelujah anyhow. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to understand that all things happen for those who are called. All things work for the good for those who are called according to God's purpose. So even the bad things work in your favor. You might not see it at the time, but when you look back, it was all working in your favor. So
Amen.
Joe
No
Shea needs
doubt.
to be
No
fired. I
doubt,
agree.
Nima. We put belt to ass, as the young kids say, last night. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. And I don't think they should ever step on the floor in New York City and think they're even ready to compete. New York is the New York Knicks town. Brooklyn is a borough.
Dang. My brother said E has the failed list of draft picks. Facts. No, listen, I agree. I said it earlier. I believe it should have been a clean sweeping of house. I believe they should have promoted Brandon to the GM. Um, Mike Kafka as the acting head coach for right now, and get on your head coach and GM search now before the end of the season, before people start interviewing other people, before they have too many options. Start looking at the people that can turn this ship around now. Get the ball rolling. Have your interviews now. So by the time OTAs and all that, you already got your guy. You already got your culture being installed. You know what I'm saying? Amen. That's right. Nets suck. Yeah. Go back to Jersey. E,
Yes, my brother.
talk your shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been screaming fire this man for 2.5 years. You've been screaming fire him for 3.5. Like, talk your shit, son. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Ain't
man.
nobody gonna give us our flowers. We got to give ourselves our own shit around here.
No
Cause
doubt.
these is
And I
haters.
and I
You
and
know what
I
I'm saying?
thank you, brother, for this bouquet of wine, right? Because that's what you just passed me. My flowers is the bouquet of wine. I'm looking now. I got some Merlot here, some Moscato, some, Cabernet, I got some red, whites. I got a mixture. You bought me 6 whites and 6 reds. I'm all good, brother. You know what I mean? And actually, I'm going to use this as it was the 12 days of Christmas. You feel me?
That's
Because I'm
fake,
going to
man.
drink a bottle every day, celebrating the fact that I don't have to feel the way that I feel. I don't have to see my team be sabotaged. I don't have to see my team be mishandled, misjudged, not being able to prosper, the prospects of my team not being developed, but most of all, a handicap on other coaches, on all the players. And now we look at it the way that it is. Real quick, Lou, if Shane Bowen is exactly what we think he is, why didn't he go with Brian Dable?
Because we got a soft, inept general manager. See, this could have been handled, and I would have given Joe Shane a pass if the nepotism would stop and he'd have pulled Brian Dable into the office last season and been like, listen, we're friends. I gave it a shot. It's not going to work. I would have had a little respect for him then. The fact that you continue to allow your friend to drive this organization into the pits shows that you're inept and you should go too. And that's just one reason. I have many more. I stated earlier in the stream the handling of Saquon Barkley and other players, McKinney and Ingram and all of that stuff, letting all of these guys go without getting nothing for them. Um, and the coaching staff that we had in place not being able to develop these guys, and you see them go somewhere else and shine brilliantly. And it's a whole ineptitude from top to bottom. They should have cleaned house.
Now,
So
I agree. I agree, Lou, that it was ineptitude. Absolutely. We'll never disagree on that. But the one thing that we're always going to have to look at, and this is not me defending, this is me just talking football,
it's merit.
because he's a financial guy, because of everything that he did with players, because of his contractual
Oh yeah, I
agreements and
said
his
that earlier.
structuring,
I said that
everything
earlier.
that
The
he has
only thing
done,
I
the
would give him is
shopping,
that he fixed
right?
the money,
The shopping with an
and
EBT
that counts.
card and 3 years ago, and then bringing us under the salary cap, able to handle the draft, then being able to still be under the cap to do some things and get where we are right now. The structuring of Daniel Jones's contract, when we don't
And
even have
that's
to
why
pay
he's
him
getting
no
the
more.
pass because he's
Exactly my
making
point.
Daddy Mara money. So
That's
he's
it.
like,
And
hold up,
that's it.
hey,
That's all.
I'm not about to let him go. We'll keep him around, see if he can keep this money
That
coming in,
that's a
and
whole
get
factor,
another
and
guy
that's all
to
it
be the
is.
coach. But you keep the money right, and we be all right. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'll let you throw somebody under the bus as
yeah,
long as you
right.
keep all my buses full.
You keep us in the black.
That's that's a Fendi. Keep us in the blue, and we all right. That's how it goes. A financial guy is always going to get more of a pass than a draft guy or a free agent guy, because the financials, you can get to buy whatever you want, right? If you buy the one of the best players and they don't pan out, it's not the person who purchased the player, it's the player who's not performing. Kenny Galladay.
Yo, 72 million for one touchdown pass. I just keep saying that. 72 million
No,
dollars for
and we gonna
one
keep it real.
touchdown pass.
Nate Solder.
Oh, the biggest steal in history. That was a heist worse than the Lufthansa heist. He pulled
And
off
this,
a heist worse than the mob.
right. But see, that's the thing, right? When you overcome contracts like that, then you clear the cap, then you push players' money back, you restructure, your upfront money is backloaded. You got all these gifts, logistics wise, financially. And that's why you keep a guy like that around, right? Even if Joe Shane was to be fired as the GM, he still might be the director of financial operations for the Giants.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
he's a valuable person.
yeah. No, and that's what a good leader and owner knows how to do. Delegate. Listen, you stink at this, but you're good over here. So I'm gonna move you over here where you can thrive and you can benefit the company. Or I can just let you go. You pick. Yeah, you want to go over there and thrive? Okay, good choice. All right, have a coffee on me. Yeah, see you later. That's what it is. Link, please. Me, I'll link you in a second now. You. E, where'd you go?
Right here, my brother. Sounds of New
Now,
York. I live on a high floor, so planes be passing by, and I didn't want that to be in the stream.
that shit come through, son. Home sweet home. Listen,
That in
um,
the ambulance.
I don't care. From the Bronx.
Fact, wipe your feet before you step in my house.
um, do you think Mike Kafka is in a position where he can pull Shane Bowen to the side and chew him out and be like, look, now I'm under the microscope and you definitely under the microscope. So let's work together and right this ship. Do you think he has
Absolutely.
the testicular fortitude? Let me say it politically correct. You know what I'm saying? To do that. You interviewed him. This Damn, Mets. I don't know what the hell happened to E. He must have been laughing at the testicular fortitude statement. Yo, what happened, son?
I don't know, brother. I was walking. You
Okay.
know, the devil's a liar, but I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
I said, do you believe that Mike Kafka, in the position that he's in now, has the testicular fortitude to pull uh Bowen to the side and be like, look, some things got to change. I'm gonna need you to run it this way, and
Absolutely.
because we under the gun, and let's get it done. Do you think he's the type that can do that, and will he do it, or do you
Absolutely.
think he's just
Personally,
gonna?
yeah, personally meeting this man and being around this gentleman for 3 days and approximately over 2 hours, having more than 3 to 4 conversations, absolutely. Standing
And
with
somebody
this
try to
man,
poach you,
having a
interview
beer
you. Yeah,
at
yeah. Somebody,
1 o'clock in the morning, where his handlers had to tell him, "Hey, Mike, we got to leave." And he's like, "Yo, E, listen, man, it was a pleasure, everything. But the questions I asked him in the personal nature, by keeping my integrity, I'm going to tell you this right now. There was only one person standing in his way. And in that situation has now moved to the side. So therefore, his voice is heard. He's the man on the scene. In New York, 7 games is more than a sample size to see who you are. So
hmm
all eyes are on him, although that they were on him in a different way, meaning as he was in the background, sorta, right?
and being
Now
scapegoated.
he's
Yeah.
right. Now he's the front runner. So there's no excuses to be made. There's nobody to point over to. And there's no way that in the world that you will not either be seen as the guy who can actually do the job or the guy that's just holding the job for the guy that we actually are going to hire for the job. But Shane Bowen, on the other hand, your time is dwindling like the hourglass. You
Mm.
have to show something different in the last 7 games, or you are going to be ostracized even worse. And your DC career might be on the line. You have a bad showing in New York, it's kind of hard to get real jobs after that. Just think about everybody. You might be looking at the college scene after this. So you might want to finish these games and show you weren't the problem. Because if you don't finish games and you show you was a part of the problem, guess what happens?
William
One, you
Horton.
make Mike Kafka look like a genius. Two, you make Brian Dable look like he that you was a part of it. And here we go again. But yes, I do believe he has the cojones, as we say, to pull him to the side and say, listen, I don't give a fuck what you was doing before that. Now we have a chance to audition for jobs. If I'm not going to be the guy that they give this job to, somebody else is going to offer me a job because they see what I can do. You, on the other hand, are going to have to really fill out a lot of applications. Me, college resume is on point. I've been the coach of the last 2 All-Star collegiate games. You saw that. Everybody respects me. Two, I'm the interim head coach now for a team that I was behind and being pigeonholed and handcuffed. So you don't have the same outcome as I do. But if you want to have an outcome, period, let's get this shit done. Now I have a
Because
question
people
for you.
forget where he came from, right? He
Right.
was with
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs, and he was designing the pass plays, wasn't he?
Right. Yes. And he was the QB coach for Patrick Mahomes.
There you go. Okay. Now go ahead.
So
What's your
I
question,
have
sir?
a question for you, Lou, and for the Giants fans. If we win 5 of the last 7 games, does that speak volumes for Mike Kafka? We're going to play tough teams.
Does it speak volumes for Mike Kafka, or does it speak volumes for this team bonding over the fact that now they got a chance to be a team? Because yes, it can make Kafka look good, but could it be that they're like, oh man, a weight is lifted. They can go out there and play how they know how to play. Listen, interim head coach, you got a whole new vigor being injected into the team. You still got half a season left. The guys want to play good for the coach. They don't want to feel like they're the reason he doesn't get the job. They want to finish strong for pride purposes, for the man playing next to them, for themselves, for the man looking back at them in the mirror, and for the organization that's cutting them big checks, right? So it's gut check time, right? You're gonna finish out the season strong. Okay, we went through some ish. The ish is gone. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So if he's able to rally this team to win 5 out of the next 7, yeah, it speaks volumes for him. But it also speaks volumes about how bad of a cancer Brian Dable was. Because if you have the same players and for the first 10 games, you look like bent over thought, and then the back half of the season, you the Mandinka warrior. How bad of a coach was this guy with the same players? Wales, peace and love, my brother. Do you believe players respect Kafka? Yeah, I believe so. I believe they have way more respect for him than Dable. How about you, E? He is experiencing technical difficulties. He got his laptop from Delancey Street. You know what I'm saying? No, yeah, everything is speculative right now. We got to see. 100% E. We got to see it. But I definitely believe that we have a better shot. Um, I mean, I was watching Bobby Skinner earlier, and he brought up some good points. Shout out to Bobby Skinner, uh, the Giants Nation show. Go holler at him, check him out. Um, he brought up some very good points on many of the things that Dable was doing within the coaching staff. Uh, the blame game, pointing fingers, walking past people and saying you're gonna cost us this game just like you did the Jets game and other stuff. Like you can't, losing his temper on the sideline and screaming over the headphones to where they can't call in the play because they can't hear each other because he's going irate over the headset. Like you you're not professional. You let your emotions drive you instead of your thoughts, and that's dangerous for the team to the detriment of the team because you cost the team delay games and timeouts and things of that nature because you're emotionally unstable. And shout out to my boy E who called you unstable Dable. Um, but you are emotionally unstable and you just a big person throwing a tantrum. So you can't call you a grown man because you're just like a big child. And it's evident from the last 4 seasons of football that has been put on the field by the New York Giants under the helm of Brian Dable. So, um, hurrah, huzzah, hip hip hooray, however you want to say it. It's a new day for the New York Giants. I do believe Giants build culture. I can see us winning 6 or 7 games. Most times, Dart would ignore Kafka and go straight to Russ and Jameis after a play. We got to watch that. Well, he might have been told by Brian Dable, don't listen to him, come to me. So now, without that voice in the locker room, we'll see what it is. But that is definitely something to watch for. Absolutely. You're a man child, says Mets. Whoa, Dable really said that to somebody? Yeah, yeah. He was very unhealthy for the culture in that place. and I believe he stifled the development of a lot of young talent that came through the doors at the New York Giants facility. I believe his character, the way he talked to people when he was upset, the way he emotionally had meltdowns and screamed over the headset and threw tablets, I believe that he stifled the spark of players even wanting to give their all at MetLife or at Quest Diagnostics under his helm. So now that he is gone, I believe Kafka and the rest of these guys can bring back some different type of energy with these rookies and these young guys and turn this shit around in a few weeks. Watch. Welcome back, E.
Thank you very much. I just recognize that when I walk through a certain place, the devil is there. So it cuts me off. So you know what I will do? I won't walk there no more. I'll let God walk for me. But moving on, I believe that we're about to see something that we see with all teams, right? It's a trend. Whenever there's an interim coach, for some
Hmm.
reason, there's a small amount of excitement in the building, and that team winds up just looking energized, right? Or they stay on the same trajectory, excuse me, that they were on because they're just not a good team. Now, when we look at the New York Football Giants on paper, this is one of the best teams in the NFL. Injuries, of course, cost us offensive players. I don't know half. I don't know half of the wide receivers that we have on the roster. I don't know who Ray Ray and them is, and I don't even believe they should be on our team. But they're here. So just to say this, if Mike Kafka can go out there, and I might, and say if he starts a Jameis Winston this week, just because that could be a possibility. Concussion protocol, he still hasn't passed it yet, right? So say Jameis Winston goes out there this week. Tyrone Tracy, Singletary, offensive line, those guys, Theo Johnson, whatever. And Crab Legs wins in Green Bay against that roster with this roster, right? Green Bay is a far more superior team when it comes to all three phases of the game right now, and they're damn sure a better team than us offensively at this moment. No questions about it. So we go out there and win that game at home. Does that not make a statement for Mike Kafka?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and I believe that that's what's going to happen. I believe this team is going to rally. We got a lot of young players. We got a lot of youthful energy, and college player energy in the building. And guys want to win, right? We're competitive by nature, and when you're in a group of guys who are competing and have been losing in close games that they should have won, it leaves a very bad taste in your mouth. And if you're a man, like I'm a man, and most of these guys who play these combat sports and contact sports are, they want to get that taste out of their mouth. They want to win. They want to go celebrate and not be looked upon as a loser for the next 7 days. You know what I'm saying? So I believe they're gonna rally. They're gonna pull this together, and they might be able to pull five of the next 7 games off. And my fear is a lot of times you see that, and then the guy gets the head coach job, and then for the next 2 3 seasons it's shit. So like, uh you know I'm excited but I'm nervous, you know what I mean.
And I'm with you. I'm with you. And but this is an exciting time. For 2 years and 3 years, we've been screaming. We wanted this coach away from our team due to what we felt the problem was. But we also get to be proven right or wrong, Luke. Let that be known, right? Just because
Mhm.
we wanted something and it took long and then it did happen, we have to be proven right as well, right?
Yeah,
If these guys go out there and everything looks exactly the same, question marks get raised because that means, wait a minute.
maybe Carl Banks is right, maybe it's the
Right,
players.
right. You know what I mean? But if things look different, and we will be able to be tested enough for the difference, that's the best part about it. Nobody can be like, oh, y'all was playing cupcake teams when he got fired. No, we entering one of the hardest parts of the schedule once again. I think, if I'm not mistaken, our next games is Green Bay. We got to play Detroit, and we have to play
Philly and Dallas
Green,
again.
and we got to play Dallas again. But don't we got to play the Vikings as well?
I think so, but
Right?
here's my question now. um As the new acting head coach, Dart is out for a week for concussion protocol. So, do you go with Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson? If
Absolutely,
you're the
James
new
Winston.
acting head coach, thank you. Okay.
Absolutely. Crab legs. Crab legs gets to start. Crab legs gets all the first team reps. Crab legs gets to run the offense that I know he can run in this league. He can run the spread offense. The same offense that Jackson Dart was running, Crab legs can run it.
All right. Here's my next question. As the new acting head coach, do you pull the trigger and do something on the kicking situation?
Absolutely. He would have left with Dable in the back of the blue truck he drove when he first arrived. I would have said, put him on the back of your truck and take him with you.
Crab
Then I
legs is
would have ran
Jameis
up. Then I
Winston.
would have ran up on Wickasau, and I would have said, "Listen, you know what's going on, right? And don't answer me the way that you would normally answer me. You know what I'm talking about. You've been you. We're giving you a chance here. You failed in Atlanta, and you was a journeyman. Nobody picked you up. This is your chance to prove that you're the guy. As a matter of fact, I don't ever want to see you doing anything except being at practice. I know you got to sleep, but don't let me see you or hear about you sleeping. Go out there and do what you need to do. I'm giving you one shot, one game. That's it. He gets the Green Bay game. After that, you got to go. Jim Kata, you got to go.
That
That's
nigga
how I
said
get
Jim
down.
Cotter. That nigga.
You know, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. What I'm saying. Yeah, you got to go. You got to go.
Yo, you a fool for that. Oh man, not Jim
Apologies.
Cotter. Oh God, he said you got to go, my brother. But nah, there's so um I haven't been with the new development of this. I haven't been on my shit. So what's the time frame for Scat? What's the updates on him? Matter of fact, let me see. Excuse me. Mm. Running back Cam Scatterbull was having a phenomenal start to his NFL career early in the 2025 season. Through 8 games, Scatterbull totaled 101 carries, 410 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He took over as the team starter in the backfield after Tyrone Tracy Jr. suffered an injury in Week 3. Scatterbull was a fourth-round pick. We all know that. Incredible senior year with Arizona State. We all know that. He had 293 rushes for 1,711 yards, 21 scores, Heisman Trophy ballot. His rookie season came as an unceremonious end when he suffered a season-ending ankle injury against the Philadelphia Eagles. What's the update? Since his injury, Scatterbo has been active with social media. Rookie teammate Jackson Dart rested the Giants, blah, blah, blah. Chicago Bears on Sunday. After Sunday's game, Scatterbo posted an Instagram story announcing he would be streaming live on Twitch. Man, 23-year-old hope to see the dynamic rookie Scatterbo Dart 2025 season together. However, after Scatterbo's injury combined with Dart's up and down year, that hope for the Giants fans will have to wait until at least the start of 2026. Okay, so he will be ready for 2026. Looks like. I was wondering if there was going to be some rehab that cut into the 2026 season. Seems it was 3 to 6 months recovery. What? He keep losing signal. But so we know that Dart is out for at least a week. We know Scatterbull is gone. Um, until 2026. Now I knew he was gone for the season, but I was wondering if it was the type of injury that was going to cost him time into OTAs, preseason, and all of that stuff. But it seems like um, he'll be good to go when the season, football season, OTAs, and all of that stuff picks back up. Heavyweight champion of the world. I know he meant to say woo. It came out Q for some reason. Um, and Neighbors is out until 2026 because of the ACL. Yeah, I know that. And even in 2026, he might not be 100%. So, um, well, no, because he got injured early enough to where he'll be good. He'll be almost at about 90% start of 2026. So, Eduardo, no, let me stop. Oh yeah, what happened with your Canal Street phone, man?
No, I'm here.
So
So I got.
now,
Oh, so you was about to ask. Go ahead, brother. You first.
in light of the fact that Scatterboo's gone for the season, Neighbors is gone for the season, um, Dart is gone for the week. Now you the new head coach. You got Jameis Winston. You got Daniel Bellinger. Uh, you got Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary. Theo Johnson, Jalen Hyatt for some reason, Wandale Robinson, and Darius Slate. You, you, you don't got an all-star group, but you got something to work with. Would you install a game plan and let Jameis Winston run the ship, or would you be calling in plays from the side? As a first-time head coach and a veteran quarterback in the NFL, would you let him call the plays out on the field, or would you be in his ear?
That's to me.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I'm letting them call the plays. I need to see everything. I ain't go through all this shit for nothing. If I'm this organization, I need to see everything I need to see because I done seen enough already. I'm letting them do that. He goes calling the plays and all that. Ain't nobody being promoted to interim OC. I got this. And that's how it should be. You've been sitting around waiting for 3.5 years. Your moment to shine is now. You're auditioning for other teams as well. Make it happen. You in New York. You ain't under no pressure. You've been here already.
So you agree with me that he should let Jameis Winston be the general on the field. Give him the wristband.
Yeah.
He knows how
Yeah.
to read a defense. He's been in the NFL long enough. He knows how to make adjustments and shift the line and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You taking on the task of fixing the entire team. You can't be worried about the quarterback and the OC right now. We need you
Absolutely.
to look at the broader picture. Let your veteran quarterback control the field. You control the game, the time, the challenging, the play calling, the declining and the accepting of penalties, all of that stuff. But you need to let him run the team until you can start implementing what you want, at least for this week.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you why, right? A veteran like Winston, he knows the game, he knows the field, he knows defenses. Like you said, all you do for him is protect him. Jameis Winston is one of those guys, and let me tell you something. He's possibly going to play behind one of the best offensive lines that he's possibly had in his career with ours right now. Do you know that our offensive line averages 3.5 seconds in pass pro? Now, Jackson Dart may dwindle those seconds down with design runs or bootlegs or whatever the case may be, or scrambling. But this kid had way more time to throw than anything. They gave Daniel Jones somewhat of some time last season too, and we all looked at it as holding on to the ball too long. But when no routes are developing or your route concepts are too close to each other, you don't want to take a risk to throw into windows that can easily be interceptions. Then you blamed for not seeing the field and throwing a bad pass. Jameis Winston has been throwing interceptions all his career. So we ain't afraid of what we already know he knows how to do. But the one thing he does do as well is throw motherfucking touchdowns. You
And he
feel me?
shot, and he's not gun shy at all. He will let the rock go. He is not gun shy at all. And he will run.
Let me tell you, 30 for 30 ain't having it. Let's get that out there.
Say
30
what?
for 30, 30 for 30 ain't having it. Remember, he threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in 1 year. Remember, remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's
You didn't
30
have
for
to bring
30.
that up right now. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
but I'm telling you, because the one thing you do know is that I don't give a fuck who back there. They gonna be able to catch. Somebody gonna be an all-star for the next 7 games.
You know what's crazy though? Jameis Winston is the type of quarterback that will get the most out of Jalen Hyatt and Darius
And
Slayton
that's the reason why I want him to start. That's the reason why
because
I want him to start.
he will throw the deep ball, but he don't throw moon balls like Russell Wilson.
At all. He
That,
throws
that's,
he
that's one.
puts the ball in
He'll
the
throw them.
basket.
Yeah,
Yeah. He puts the ball in the basket, bro. He's not accurate. He just has a problem with throwing the ball so much. He throws the shit to the other team
yeah,
because he's a gunslinger. He doesn't care about interceptions.
yeah.
That shit don't
But
mean
you know
nothing to
what?
him.
But you know what though? Everybody praised Favre for it. You know, when it's Jameis Winston is he did Favre held the interception title for a minute. Shit.
Right.
Can't nobody tell me nothing about that. Brett Favre throw an interception a quarter if you let him. Shit. But he'll also throw you about 3 touchdowns a quarter. Shout out to TP Wade, man. Long time no see, my brother. I hope you're doing well. Hope God has blessed you, my brother. He says, Giant salute. Let's go. Shout out to that brother, man. That's my brother with the big hat. You know what I'm saying? He make great content over there. You heard? But yeah, I believe Jameis Winston and Mike Kafka can rally these guys. Jameis Winston is a good mentor, a veteran, a good leader on in that field on that team, and he's respected in the NFL. Yes, he's had some interceptions, but everybody know when he come to play, he gonna play to win. He ain't playing
Damn
scared.
right.
He's not. You know, he's gonna run if you give him the lane. He's gonna throw it if he's got a chance to throw it, and he's gonna try to win. So you know that mentality is what you want when you need to turn this ship around. And I said it before we went and got him. I said we needed to go get Jameis Winston. You can go back and look. It's all over YouTube. My videos are still there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff I don't get my cookies for. It's all right though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button though. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ninja watchers. It's absolutely free to support the cause. It costs you nothing to push that subscribe button. You heard? But yes, we are celebrating today. 2 years and
Yes,
three
we are,
years in the
brother.
making of wishing that we had a real head coach who knew how to coach a team. Because for a while we had a guy who shouldn't be allowed to coach a YMCA flag football team, in my opinion.
And I want to make this clear so people don't look at it as, once again, when we say the word celebrating, ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about glorifying a man losing his job or
No,
any of
not at
that.
all.
We're celebrating the fact that our franchise took a step in the right direction so we as fans don't have to keep suffering. You
That's the
guys have been
thumbnail.
suffering for the last 13 years.
That's the thumbnail
How
to the video. A giant step in the right direction. That's what the thumbnail say, baby.
okay. See? On point. Didn't even know I was on point.
Yeah.
So, I don't want people to be like, damn, they over there celebrating that. First of all, Brian Dable don't know none of us. Let's get that out.
Yeah, and I started the stream by saying that and clarifying
Yeah,
that. So
he don't know us, period. So he's been in New York for the last 4 years. He know exactly how New Yorkers are. And it wasn't with him, what have you done for me lately? It is, what have you done after the coach of the year situation? And then all of a sudden you got worse and worse and worse each year after that. You shouldn't have started
facts.
off with coach of the year. You should have started off with this record you had the second year, or moved up to the record you had the first year after the third year, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
No, his record is 20 and 40 and 1.
No, I'm talking about the
As
record
the
that he
no no.
had the first season.
I don't know, but his total record over 4 seasons is 20, 40 and 1. So that means you won 5 games a season.
Yeah, that definitely ain't it. And if we was playing tag, you wouldn't be it. Like, come on, man. Come on now. We better than that. And I don't know who. I don't know how you can advocate for that. But let me talk about something, Lou, that's important. For 3 years, the fans blamed Daniel Jones.
Mm.
The Brian Dable doesn't have his guy. Brian, that's not Dable's guy. I'm telling you, once Dable gets his guy, shit gonna look different. I'm telling you, Daniel Jones is holding back the whole entire offense. If he's not here, we would win. He's incompetent. He's playing with a guy who doesn't know how to read defenses, who doesn't know how to play football. If he's not here, then the Giants will look way better. You see what happens when Tyrod Taylor get in the game. I remember all that. You don't remember none of that?
Oh, I remember it.
So my
Listen.
question
I
is
remember
this.
arguing with people, telling them Daniel Jones is not the problem; it's the coaching. They're not developing players. They're not putting these guys in position to use their skill set. He's trying to turn Daniel Jones into Josh Allen instead of using Daniel Jones' skill set to his best ability. I remember arguing with people in the spaces and in the comment section, all of this. And look, Daniel Jones leading the league in Indianapolis right now, and Brian Dable got his guy, and we're a 2-8 team, and you got your guy hurt. So I don't mean to sound arrogant, but yes, I'm gonna be arrogant. I told you, motherfuckers. So excuse my language.
Nope. No excuses needed. He told you motherfuckers so. And I told you motherfuckers why. And now so and why have come together. So why are y'all even sad? Why is anybody bitching? So what is the
Bars.
possible problem? What's the problem here? Because I've heard for 3 years it was one man holding them back. I've heard that for
It
three
was
years.
simple.
Oh,
It was
get
simple
rid of him
mathematics. See,
and we could move on.
it was simple mathematics. When we did that breakdown of his whole career timeline and his average stats, it was evident that he was the common denominator. We learned this in third grade. The common denominator and multiples of numbers and you know what I'm saying. We learned all of that in third grade. So when you're doing an assessment, right, and your process of elimination, you the common denominator. What's the common denominator? Find the common multiple. Find the common denominator, right? So he was the common denominator. Everybody who left this organization thrived elsewhere. The organization stayed in the situation that it was in while he stayed here. He's the common denominator. It was simple mathematics, but people couldn't catch up to what we were saying. You know what I'm saying? We're mathematicians. It's okay. We do the one, but it's all right. You know, not everybody's dealing with 7.5 ounces of brain cell. I understand that, but you know, uh, It's a gift. What can I say? Right? Right? You just gotta be thankful that we're gifted. And for the haters, don't be hating that we gifted. Just
Hey,
follow along.
listen, I've tried to express this to people, but you know what? I recognize something. Expressions is just an emotional understanding of how you feel that you try to bestow on other people so they can be as happy as you are. But I recognize within expressions always comes a hater because they don't know how to express themselves. It's just the way it goes, Lou. Can't make everybody happy. And damn sure ain't trying to. But guess
No,
who is happy? I said the cat.
but hate is an expression.
I
It's a,
hated Brian Dable's play calling. I,
hating is an expression. It's an expression of them hating their inadequacies and projecting them onto people who are adequate in the areas that they lack. So it's a form of an expression. It's a crying out for help, but it's an expression.
right.
Hating is a cry for help. You hate me because I'm better at something than you are, and it's a cry for help. Help me to be as good as you at that. That's what hating is. So when somebody hates on me, I'm like, oh, bless his heart, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? They hated Christ, and He was perfect, so they gonna hate. If you don't got haters, you're doing something wrong.
Facts.
Rule 15 in the 48 laws of power says if you don't got enemies, make some. You heard?
They not ready for that. Let's get back to Brian Dable and this celebration of him not leaving. They wasn't ready for that, Lou. You had a bunch of crickets in the comment section. I know that for a fact, and a bunch of crickets with the people at home watching. So let's just bring them back to Brian Dable. So listen, everybody, the blessing has returned to us today, and you guys should be happy because a lot of you get a chance to be wrong. And you know what? Please put I was wrong about Daniel Jones in the comment section. And I'm not talking about him wrong as in he being the quarterback wrong. No, he being the problem wrong. Because you have to admit that. Take accountability for everybody who believed it was Daniel Jones's fault. You get a chance to come to the stage right now and say, you know what? It wasn't his fault because you saw the same goddamn thing with a totally different quarterback, with a better offensive line, with a better running back. And guess what? The same results: concussion, protocol, hurt, missing games because of a scheme that doesn't fit.
No, you're trying to fit your quarterback to be a player that you don't have anymore, rather than using your quarterback to his skill set to the betterment of your team. And that's where he failed. He is not a coach because a coach takes what he has and uses their skill set to devise a way to win with it. He doesn't try to fit a square into a round hole. You design your playbook around your player's skill set. You don't use the same playbook and move from team to team to team to team to team and try to implement the same playbook because you're going to encounter a variety of different players with different skill sets on each team. And you have to take their skill sets into accountability and put that all in the pot and make your recipes based on what they do well, not try to turn them into somebody else. But what do I know, right? There's a difference between coaching the techniques and the fundamentals and trying to change somebody into something they're not. That's two totally different things. Drill the fundamentals, drill to be fundamentally sound and have your technique right. Absolutely. Drill it into them repetition, repetition, repetition. Hard work pays off. Practice makes perfect. All of that is good. But when you try to turn somebody else into something that they're not, you're going to lose the locker room every time and you're going to lose the game. And you're going to lose your job.
Facts. Facts.
But yeah, I think I've gone on long enough gloating about I was right. You guys were wrong. Yeah,
Yo, Luke, can I just ask you a question? Because I don't care.
absolutely, absolutely.
It feel good, don't it?
Yes, absolutely. It feel good, and even though nobody's
Petty
like, "Hey,
Wap.
you was right," even though nobody was like, "Hey, you was right, brother," it
Yeah,
still
yeah,
feels
Petty.
good.
I'm Petty Wap right now.
Yeah, it feels great. And
1730.
listen,
Yeah.
I said I was gonna make a big "I told you so" stream 3 years ago. I remember this. I was like, "Now watch, Daniel Jones gonna go somewhere else. He gonna ball out. He gonna shine, and I'm gonna make the biggest "I fucking told you so" video." And look, it all comes to fruition. November 10th, 2025, the birthday of the Marine Corps, Semper Fi, you heard? And yeah, man, it all comes to fruition on one glorious day that the proof was in the pudding. The common denominator was Brian Dable, not Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is thriving in Indianapolis. Brian Dable is out of a job in New York.
Kind of weird, isn't it?
God damn it, I'm good.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Did you know today we fired Brian Dabo?
Oh, oh, 11/10/25.
Right.
Hey. I said, E, what's up? Hey, yo, gotta put a stream together just so we can glow. Told these motherfuckers 3.5 years ago. Unstable Dable was the problem, now he got to go. And I said, bye to him, baby.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Remix on the dime freestyle, baby. They're not ready for that. It's in the blood.
That's
BX,
a
BX.
fact. They're not ready for that, bro.
But yo, man, I'm gonna enjoy some of this Monday night football. Spend some time with my baby and cuddle up because I got a good one. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I'm a cupcake, goddammit. So what? E, what to do,
What's up,
baby?
my
Tell them where
guy?
they can find you at. Hey, yo, y'all stay tuned for some more of these solution collabos, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna do this on a regular basis, man. Uh, because we are solution based people. You know, we don't just get up here and scream about what the problem is. We give you guys solutions. If you go back and look at his spaces, my videos, and the stuff that we said over the last 2 or 3 years, you'll find out we've been saying this stuff for a long time over the airwaves. You know, and then people started jumping on the train here recently, and now other people making videos spewing out what we already said 2.5, 3 years ago. So be mindful of that, man. You know what I'm saying? People hate, but they still be watching and still be copying. You know what I'm saying? But you can't replicate what the creator already made. So anyway, make sure you go check out Shakedown Media Sports Network. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap in G Nation Inside Sports. We're gonna have some more of these solution convos for you weekly. If at least if not twice a month, you know, we're gonna try to do it weekly, but you know
Yeah.
we got
We'll we'll
schedules
we'll
we
we'll
work
collab.
with.
Yeah, we'll definitely come around with schedule, get that done. And next time, man, I'm showing up on cam. I know nobody has seen the face in a while. You know, y'all see the cock diesel Leo over there, you know what I mean? Representation of me and all that. But we will be definitely showing up and you know, man, I'll put a face to the name for some of you that never seen me before, but most of you have. So we good. You know what I mean? Talk it up, bro. I'm blessed. Thank you for the invite today, man. And I'm gonna go enjoy, you know, another beer in celebration. And I got you, bro. So yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, hey, cut the
Salutes to
check.
you,
I'm
bro.
I'm always drinking Pepsis on the live streams. I'm promoting y'all shit and not getting paid for it. Cut the check, Pepsi. You heard? Stop playing with me, or I'm gonna put a big old piece of duct tape on there, and I'm just gonna be drinking clear bottles of black liquid, and I'll be playing the Coca-Cola jingle in the background. Stop playing with me.
All right, my brother. I'm gonna get out of here, catch a little bit of this Monday night game myself. Thank you again for the invite. And like my brother said, man, solutions, not complaints. Solutions, not whining. Solutions, not opinions.
Winners come up with solutions, man. Losers complain. So
You
You know what I'm
heard him.
saying? Anyway, until next time, man, y'all make sure y'all tap in, stay blessed, stay safe, and y'all already know what it is.